It's a county where we've got the mega money, and it's also a county where we've got a lot of deprivation.
I don't understand how we're gonna survive like that.
It is a bubble and not really reality.
People see Cornwall on the television, they see it all in the news as this wonderful, glorious place, which it is, but as I say, it's a county of two halves. It's a county where we've got the mega money, and it's also a county where we've got a lot of deprivation.
Last November, we thought we were going to close by Easter. That was how serious it was, because the insurers wouldn't come in. And it was then that the local people, were showing their concern, great concern, that we would lose this sort of iconic building. It's always been a holiday area, understandably so, but it's been an issue as it became more than a third of the dwellings became second homes. Now they reckon it's 40%, and then it has the knock-on effect once it becomes, because you're now becoming very, very reliant on the holiday trade, which exists for part of the year.
It's always been a struggle to find somewhere to live, and I'm still living at home now, and I couldn't even imagine moving out. So personally, from my perspective, I don't agree with them at all. I mean, to some degree, but when you're living in a place where it's like 90% all second homes, it's just ridiculous. I've been trying to find house shares with friends, but even if you want a 3 to 4 bedroom house around here, it's ridiculously expensive, and 2, they want families in there, which I completely get, but it's just there's nothing for young people down here. It's a massive struggle, and everyone I know that lives here is struggling. I have friends that live in caravans, in people's gardens, or in their vans, or people that are sleeping on people's sofas. So it's all kind of a bit mushed up down here, really. You have people that have holiday houses with just a husband and wife, where you could have about 6 to 7 people living on that land,
The prices have gone way up, so yeah, it's very difficult for people to get on the ladder, especially young people. So there's houses for everybody, big and small, but some of them are obviously not vacant because they're being rented out for Airbnb or something like that, which means there's not an awful lot of rentals available for people. Well, it's a great, beautiful place. It's we were lucky enough to secure an affordable housing scheme, which there aren't very many of. So we've been able to stay here, but had we not got that, we probably would have moved out of the area, because there's not many other options. So it's a strange place. It's slightly schizophrenic. It's very busy at one point, dead the next.
I prefer the old-fashioned kind of houses, the architecture. I'm not really really happy with these glass buildings, and I think probably a lot of the locals feel the same.
If you look up areas of deprivation, Cornwall is right up there, right at the bottom of, got some terrible areas around our North Cornwall area, and that's, people are struggling. Also, you've got the low wages, you've got the high rents, terrible transportation, and then you've got people saying to us, well, they've got a car, why are they coming to food bank? If you haven't got a car in Cornwall, you can't go anywhere, you can't go to work. The other part of, if they're not the £1 million plus houses that are being bought, they're also buying the first time buyer bracket. And that's where it puts the people in, the young people in Cornwall will never be able to afford anything because we've got huge rents because it's Cornwall, we've got low wages because it's Cornwall for some reason, and the two just don't meet in the middle. Also come across now is the fact that people are deciding to sell their rented property, which they're perfectly entitled to do if mortgages go up or if they decide they're going to sell because they can get a better price. And then we've got so many people we have coming through here saying, I never thought I'd be in this position, I never thought I'd have to come to a food bank, but we've been given an eviction order. So the stress levels are enormous. They're coming in for a food box, but it's not only about a food box. When you start unpeeling it, there are so many different things that are going on. It's not only about food, it's about trying to help them get out of the situation they're in. That's what we're after. We don't only want it to be like, oh, well, you're in this crisis, so I'm going to leave you there.